Hey! Would you believe it? The party's back already. Welcome to another episode of Homebrew Hangout, a show so good because we just make shit up as we go along. And whether you're in the mood for new lands and new adventures, epic magical items to delight your allies and despair your enemies, or a nifty way to sneak your unhealthy knowledge of classic country music into D&D,
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
this is the place where we can experiment with all kinds of new stuff that you can add to your games. Magically gifted and lovingly crafted by one of the realest guys around, No Real over on the YMBA Discord server. Please go show some love. This is the subclass for those who wish to harness the power of one's deepest desires. You see, magic exists in so many forms, from the inspiring light of a healer chosen by the gods, to the arcane practitioners working tirelessly to math out the endless mysteries of the weave. You've got devilish deals, arcanotech machinery, and wild enchantments that may or may not accidentally give your toilet sentience.
Hey, you little pisher! I'm talking to you!
Oh no, what is that?
Hey, you're supposed to give me some pee-pee!
But above all, nothing is more potent or more magical than a wish. Wishes are some of the truest forms of magic because they come from our very soul. They are the thing we want or need above all else, whether we even understand the reasoning or not. This could be the desire to leave your hometown and start a life for yourself, or succeed in your chosen profession. You may have altruistic dreams like world peace or an endless food supply, or maybe something a little selfish sometimes, that's okay. Like a great bod, a hot rod, something obtuse, a rubber goose, green moose, guava juice.
Giant steak, birthday cake, large rice, chocolate shake!
A wish doesn't have to make sense, it's a wish. It's organic, unique, and from your being. That's what makes it so powerful. And where there's powerful magic, there's of course someone to wield it. Drum roll please. The Wishgranter. The Wishgranter is a sorcerer whose power stems from their magical ability to tap into the desires of those around them. Some Wishgranters may have been affected from a young age by the rippling magic of a powerful wish spell that commingled with their own magical essence. Or perhaps they can trace their bloodline back to an ancient peepaw who at one time had a studio apartment inside of a lamp. But no matter the reason, this gift is yours to share and harness, and is considered exceptionally rare even among those blessed with innate magic. Which leads us right into our first ability, As You Wish. Now compelled by the magic words, I wish, you are able to use your spells to fulfill the needs of others around you. Now your friends and allies, or anyone not compelled by a charm or domination effect, can ask you to grant their wish using the words, I wish, as the verbal component of the spell. A person can say, I wish to be faster, or I wish to be stronger, or I wish to have an amazing ass, to which you may respond by casting a spell you know with a casting time of an action or a bonus action as a reaction instead. The wish does not need to mention exactly which spell you choose either, and its wording is up to your own interpretation. Meaning you could choose Longstrider or Haste when they ask to be faster, or Enhance Ability when they wish to be stronger, or when they ask for that fat ass, you can polymorph their best friend into a donkey.
What's he think I look like? A jackass?
Casting 2 spells in one round in D&D is pretty strong, but once utilized, your Wishgranter may only use cantrips until the end of their next turn. They also cannot cast any spells with this method on themselves, and can only use this ability with one person per day so as to not overdo all the wishing. But this opens the door for some incredible combos, especially with this list of shiny new spells we add to our list for free. Bouncing up to level 6, we also grab Wishing Talismans, a tiny magical object and a symbol of your Wishgranter status. All of these are things that people often make wishes on, and they can be anything from a wax candle to a coin to a dandelion, and you can create a number of these equal to your proficiency bonus. While you have a talisman on your person, you now have advantage on persuasion and deception checks as your genie-like charisma begins to take over your entire personality. Or if you have a talisman on you, you can destroy that for free and gain proficiency in a skill for 10 minutes, or instead expertise if you already have proficiency in that skill. Additionally, whenever you cast a first level spell or higher, you may also destroy a talisman to regain hit points equal to 3 times that spell's level. And lastly, both of those abilities get an upgrade at level 14, but you also gain one final maneuver, giving you the chance to destroy a talisman anytime you roll an attack or saving throw to give yourself an additional die on that roll. Very useful if we find ourselves in a jam, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Speaking of level 14, we'll go ahead and jump up there as we gain the ability to warp desires. Now, as a bonus action, you can force a creature to make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failure, the chosen creature must admit to you a desire in the form of a wish. Now, this can also be used as the verbal component for your As You Wish feature, and you can immediately cast a spell you know if you choose to. Not only is this a nifty way to kind of get around the silence spell by making an enemy talk for you, they now also count as a willing creature for the casting. So let's say they wish to flee. You can now fulfill that wish by casting haste on them to then immediately turn it off and stun them for a round. Or since they now have disadvantage on any saves coming from this spell, banishment is a great choice. Maybe they wish to be rich. How about creation to make a 5-foot cube of gold bricks appear 30 feet above their head? Or maybe they just wish to be a more solid person all around. So you help them out by casting Flesh to Stone. Hey, they said we'd get genie magic. They didn't say anything about being nice. But finally, we'll reach this subclass's capstone at level 18 with Apex of Wishes. Now the entire world of wishing is at your magical fingertips as we gain the spell Wish for free. Your version is a little different though, as you can only cast Wish as a part of your As You Wish ability. However, this means that you have every spell at your disposal to grant any kind of wacky thing that your allies ask for. Additionally, you may use one of Wish's other effects, like creating a 25,000 gold piece object or regaining all hit points or going absolutely buck wild and altering realities without undergoing the casting stress the wish spell usually entails. However, if you grant a creature a wish in this way, you are cut off from the spell for 7 days, and that creature may never use wish in that way again, though you can still copy the effects of other spells for them. Wish is obviously so powerful, and being able to cast it on your allies in the heat of battle is a huge boon, opening all kinds of doors for wacky, unforeseen shenanigans. And while this may seem kind of broken, which the wish spell just is, your DM always has the option to just say no if your allies ask to be like turned into gods or drink the world's oceans or whatever you crazy kids are up to. So while this move is powerful, no doubt about it, as the old saying goes, be careful what you wish for. And that's the Wishgranter, and boy did it fill a need I didn't know I had. What I love about the Wishgranter is how it's able to tap into the essence of that sneaky genie archetype to create a character that you're never sure is truly on the party side or not. One minute they're casting a spell to get you out of a bind, and the next they're tricking someone into a wish they really haven't thought through all the way. And I think that's such a cool and unique perspective that we haven't really seen yet. While I love the Genie Warlock, that subclass still feels really in the realm of warlocky stuff when it comes to D&D mechanics, and I think the Sorcerer as a class actually gives this subclass more flexibility to really tap into the cool Genie Trickster flavor. It's strong, sure, but I actually think where this subclass shines is in team composition, adding another element to the fight in a supportive role that Sorcerers don't usually fit in, and I like that a lot. On top of everything, combining your new spell list with tons of new ways to cast, and you have a maddening amount of meta magic options to go ham with. I don't have all of the time to get into that right now, but let your party keep that in mind when asking for wishes, and maybe you can get them a twinned wish somehow. I don't know the rules on that. There's probably like a Twitter thread about like twinning wish spells that I've never read, but who knows? I wish I did. Guys, I want you all to give a huge hand to No Real for this one. He really knocked it out of the park, and as always, I am so happy to see you all getting creative over there on the Homebrew Discord channel. If you too want your very episode of Homebrew Hangout, make sure to submit your very best stuff over there, and don't be afraid to get me in on your weirdest shit, no matter how out there. But lastly, I want to give a huge thanks to all of you for watching. You all are the best, and I hope you get a chance to play with some of our homebrewed shenanigans in your games. If you want to catch me, I'll be hanging around the Discord server whenever I can, and we'll be doing something very special for hitting 100,000 subscribers very soon. So I can't wait to talk to you all more about that. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you very soon.